Hello, welcome to the Muslim Viewpoint, a video podcast powered by the national nonprofit media platform American Muslim Today. I'm Maya Gayler, standing in for Rifat Malik, and today we're diving into a major development shaking both politics and the economy. President Donald Trump's announcement of what would be the largest mass deportation operation in U.S. history. His plan targets millions of undocumented immigrants and has already sparked fierce debate, not just about its legal standing, but also about the huge economic consequences it could unleash. Let's break it all down. The deportation plan. First, let's talk about what Trump is proposing. He's arguing that he has the right to deport individuals without going through the traditional due process guaranteed by the Supreme Court. In other words, mass deportations without trials. Estimates show that carrying out this plan would be massively expensive, costing taxpayers up to $1 trillion. And beyond the cost, it would slash the US GDP by more than 4%. Industries like agriculture, construction, and hospitality, all of which rely heavily on immigrant labor, would be among the hardest hit. Farms could face devastating labor shortages, construction projects could stall, and restaurants and hotels could struggle to stay open. The economic ripple effects don't stop there. The International Monetary Fund has already lowered the global growth forecast to 2.8% for 2025, citing U.S. policy uncertainties as a major reason. Mass deportations would likely push inflation higher. Economists predict a 3.5 percentage point raise by 2026. That is significant. One sector that would especially feel the impact is construction. Approximately 1.5 million undocumented workers are employed in construction across the U.S. Removing them from the workforce would worsen the already serious housing shortage, sending home prices even higher. Now, how are markets reacting? With a lot of volatility, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust, or SPY, is currently trading at $551, up slightly by 0.16%. The Dow, via SPDR Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, is up 0.49% at $403. Meanwhile, the Invesco QQQ Trust Series 1, which tracks the NASDAQ, has dipped a bit, sitting at $472, down 0.5%. This volatility is largely fueled by fears over economic instability, not just from the immigration crackdown, but also from escalating trade tensions with China. Trump has imposed aggressive new tariffs up to 145% on Chinese imports. In response, China slapped 84% tariffs on U.S. goods and restricted exports of rare earth minerals crucial for tech manufacturing. As a result, the Dow plunged over 2,200 points in a single session. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ have both slipped into bear market territory. Asian markets have been hit hard as well. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index dropped 12.5%, and Japan's Nikkei 225 fell nearly 7%. Economists warn that these disruptions could further drive up inflation, choke supply chains, and slow global economic growth even more. Beyond the economy, there are also serious humanitarian concerns. Since January 2025, over 32,800 migrants have been detained under the new enforcement efforts. There are already reports of wrongful deportations, including cases involving U.S. citizens and legal permanent residents. Critics say that the aggressive enforcement tactics are pushing the country closer to a police state, raising deep concerns about the erosion of civil liberties and due process protections. So, where does all of this leave us? Trump's mass deportation plan presents massive economic, legal, and humanitarian challenges. And it's coming at a time when US China tensions are further adding to market instability and economic uncertainty. Industries, investors, and communities across the country are bracing for major disruptions. We'll keep following this story closely as it develops. That's it for now. Thank you for joining me on Muslim Viewpoint. If you value our public service journalism, please support American Muslim Today, a 501c3 nonprofit, by following us on social media at American Muslim Today or donating at AmericanMuslimToday.com. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm Maya Gayler.